heartfelt welcome to join our Heart Intelligence Ambassadors podcast. We are your Heart Intelligence Ambassadors. Heartfelt welcome everyone to join our Heart Intelligence Ambassadors podcast. It's Monika here.
Hi, it's Liisa here. Hope you're well.
And today we wanted to talk with you about work and finding your own life purpose. Okay, Liisa, the other day we had a long meditation together. And during that meditation got this idea that we really actually have to fully let go of what we think that we are supposed to do when we talk about our higher life purpose and the work that we came here to this earth to do. And kind of off the record, then what is our life purpose? That might not be completely clearly to everyone, and it hasn't been for us either, I think, completely clearly. We both did a long career in kind of really other kind of works. So, and about finding your life purpose, I think that opens up like step by step. Personally, I had I was studying political sciences and I was in the insurance company for 10 years and I had no idea about anything called life purpose.
And I also thought that my life purpose was advertising and marketing.
Yeah. And so perhaps it was at that time. We were doing exactly what we were supposed to do, but then life kind of appeared slowly and showed that, maybe there's something else for us to do.
And that awakening to that life purpose, well, for some people it might happen really rapidly, but most likely it happens kind of step by step, and you start maybe first questioning that, is this what I'm doing? Is this meaningful? And am I enjoying this? And at least in my personal experience, I started kind of questioning that, am I just giving? Do I still actually get something out of it as well? Even I was in a job that I always wanted to do, and I was really passionate about it. But so don't be, if you don't know that just yet, what your life purpose is, don't stress out, because you may find it out step by step. Comes back to that again, that kind of first maybe learning to connect to ourselves and then listening our intuition and then slowly following the path. To be honest, I still don't know what my life purpose is. I know it's something related to healing, perhaps yoga, what I've been now doing, but who knows where the life takes us.
Yeah, and maybe we can give ourselves the freedom that it changes over time, because we also change as human beings. Our internal world changes, maybe our values changes, and we gain also more skills and understanding. So we also have more to give and other things to give to people. And it was good that you said that the life purpose, I agree that it really opens up like step by step. When I was still in the insurance company working, I slowly got this feeling that this work is really not giving me anything anymore. And at the same time, I also felt it was the other way around, that I didn't give my best to the work anymore. So it becomes even kind of unfair to the employer. And that I am there as an employee and not giving my best anymore because I'm not there with my heart anymore. My heart is somewhere craving for something else.
Yeah.
And then when I thought, okay, I need to start to do something, but I didn't know what it was. So I tried out some things and I was trying to figure out really what is it that I'm supposed to do then. And I took this entrepreneur course, like just to try to understand what would it be to be an entrepreneur. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to start making jewelry.
Oh.
And I did some tests and I tried different things, but it really didn't work out at all.
Yeah. And I guess that's really fair from you to actually recognize that you are not giving your 100%, you're not doing it from your heart anymore, and kind of think about it from that perspective, because I believe that there are a lot of people who still keep working wherever they're working, even they would almost like hate this strong word, but kind of like not enjoy so much to going to work every day. And they still do it because they're scared of leaving the security of the job. So that's really kind of you thinking about that. And
Sure. Yeah.
That it's, seeing it from that point, that it's not fair for the employer.
No. And it's not a nice feeling inside when you still stay in the job and you feel you're not giving enough. You feel that you're not giving enough, and it's not a nice feeling.
Yeah. And again, coming back to the last week's episode, I believe you maybe have still been giving a lot, but it's that kind of feeling that maybe a little bit of ego as well that starts whipping you like, okay, you are not with this 100%.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's
like, true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I still believe that knowing you being kind and, hardworking person, that I'm sure you still have been giving your almost best at least.
Almost.
But I know what you mean.
Yeah, I would recommend that you can start to try out different things and see what resonates and what does not resonate.
And it doesn't need to be like it used to be, like back in our parents' life, that you go to the job, you stick with it for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatnot, and then retire from that job. Like in these days, people are changing jobs a lot of times and changing careers, changing industries, like everything. So it doesn't mean that you need to stick to something. You can try out, and if you start feeling the calling for something that has more meaning in your life, like you should definitely take a leap and go for it.
Yeah, we've now both been teaching yoga for quite some time, some years. And it has started a little bit to feel like, I have something more to give. And even if though the physical part is very important and that we take care of our bodies, and I think that perhaps the common perception of yoga is that yoga is just for the physical body, even if it's not. But I think most people, or many people at least, expect that and hope to get out from the yoga practice like a physically well-functioning body. But there's something more to it too, and that part I feel like at this point in my life an urge to give forward.
And it's whether you practice yoga for only physical purposes or not, but it still works in the subtle levels as well in our body, like in emotional, mental.
It does.
Bodies as well.
It does. Yeah. And slowly we become more and more aware of it, that this inner transformation is also taking place, even if we focus on the physical part. And I think the more we become aware of all these inner changes, the more we are kind of also, or maybe I speak now just for myself, that I feel that this is what I want to now give more and more to people, to connect with that deeper part that we carry inside of us, and the heart intelligence that we really can start to connect with, that wisdom that we carry within.
And I personally think I'm quite alignment in that sense, physically focused in a more dynamic yoga practice, or even in a slower practice as well. I wish people to have a good alignment so that they don't do any damage to their body. But also I believe that body awareness takes us eventually into our inner self as well. Like when you align within your physical body, then your energy starts to align as well.
Yes.
And it's all about those small little nuances that you start to recognize when you practice longer, that you realize how changing, how lengthening or changing your posture a little bit can actually feel like, oh, now my energy is flowing freely instead of being funnily bent or something and feeling awkward in the pose. Because actually, even it would be strong physical practice, you still kind of want to feel good and aligned so that you're not in a awkward positions. Even sometimes it might feel like that, especially if you're beginner to the yoga, it doesn't maybe make sense, like, why are we doing this?
That's true.
But yeah. And also then once again we come to that everything is collective, everything has influence, like whether it's your diet, what you're eating, what sort of food you're eating, how is it processed or is it organic, or how it's made in what sort of farm and what are the farmers' values, and then it comes to your physical body as well, how you look after yourself and everything what you consume, again back to how you consume, what sort of products, how have they been made, what's their origin, and then also what you watch from TV, what you read from magazines, is it negative energy or is it positive energy, and how does that all have influence to your daily vibrations?
It affects us.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, to really become more and more mindful of what we consume with all our senses, with the eyes, with the ears, with the nose, with the mouth, with the touch. Really become more and more aware.
You're listening to the Heart Intelligence Ambassadors podcast.
Still wanted to add about the yoga practice. I think it's also, and that it is really important how we align the body, but also in the yoga practice and through the body, it becomes, in a way, it's an easy tool to become more mindful. Yeah. Because the body it's physical and we have all our senses there, and to really feel what's happening in the body, and by becoming more aware what happens in the body, and also with the help of the breath, that we can feel very easily actually quite subtle changes in the body if we are in a certain posture, yoga posture. And when we inhale just a little bit more deeply and consciously, we can feel those subtle changes in the body. That the inhale really kind of pushes to that point where we carry perhaps some blockages or tension, and it really the inhale creates more space in that area. And as we exhale, the exhale is a very natural release. So it also kind of carries out we can imagine that the exhale carries out the tension from the body. Yeah. So we even if it's a physical practice, as you said, we really are moving more and more inside as well.
Absolutely. And even if you think about breathing as simple as it is, you inhale oxygen and then you exhale carbon dioxide, which is kind of waste coming out of the body. Yeah. Same way. Yeah. Through your breath, you can also release the physical tension, but also stress.
Yes.
And even emotional tension in your body.
Yes. Yeah.
So our body is so smart, even we wouldn't recognize some events or we don't really pay attention for them. But if someone does something to us that it makes us maybe upset, sad, or creates any sort of emotions, we tend to storage them into our body. Even we don't recognize that necessarily. Yeah. But our body will recognize it all, and it will be stored as long as we're releasing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way also we may start building the blocks in the body that become physical tension, even it started from the mental, emotional side.
True. And just a very practical example, we had a meditation just before we started recording this episode's podcast, and there was some noise in the house where we are recording, and I felt literally the tension in my body. My thoughts went, oh, there's some outside noise. Are we going to be able to record this? While we were in the meditation, I noticed this thought. And I felt the tension in my body, in the belly, and a little bit in the chest. And that's how it works. We have a thought, the thought creates a feeling, and we feel it in the body. And I feel that, so the yoga practice does really help us to connect with that subtle changes that happens inside of us all the time. And then to also understand that we ourselves have to do like the work to become more aware, because it also emanate an energy from inside out all the time. Wherever we go, we take this energy that we carry inside, we take it with us and we share it outwards to other people. And the energy can also be, as we are speaking now, the energy also comes out through our mouth as words. So it's all about the energy.
Is energy, yeah. And it's crazy how strong our mind is. And if you think about, for example, panic attacks, that's only even you would have no danger or anything around you. It's just some particular stimulus for your brain will create that state in your body that your pulse start pumping up. It's sending messages to your brain that, okay, now you in a a fight or flight situation, and your body gets into that state, your heart rate comes up, you just like start breathing shortly and you freaking out and you're panicking, even nothing is going on.
It's true.
But it's all from mind.
I remember many years back, I had some allergies, like food allergies. And funnily enough, I don't have these food allergies anymore. I don't know really what has happened during these years. Something has changed. So I really wonder how much is a learned habit from the mind and the body to be allergic for some food items. And at that time, I was at this kind of raw food event, and we got some green juices with pineapple in. And I thought that I had always been allergic for pineapple. And I was drinking this juice, even if I knew, I don't know why I didn't say anything, but for some reason I thought that I'm going to drink it. Even if I thought that I'm allergic for it, I might get some, physical symptoms from it. But I drank it. And then after a while, I was like, my mind started going, uh-oh. You drank it, girl. What's going to happen now? And I was like, oh, I can't swallow. Oh, can I breathe? And it was all just in my head. And it was like, wait a minute. Let me drink a little bit of water. And so I drank a little bit of water. And no, I can perfectly well swallow this water. I'm still breathing. There's nothing wrong. Nothing has happened. And then slowly, just by this talking to myself with another voice, I didn't have any in a while any like symptoms from it anymore. So I really wonder like how much is really just in the head that we have this fear. And of course it's not like this for all and everyone. And I like for instance from eating peanuts before, I have gotten like very physical like blisters in my mouth and things like that, but I don't get them anymore, and I'm not really sure what it's all about.
It can be a lot of things combined. Like not, I don't know. I'm not totally not expert in that area, but because as I think I said in the last week's, or was it the first episode, that I believe that if we are mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually well aligned, if we look after ourselves, that we have enough sleep, we eat healthy, and don't let the negative energy around us so much as far we can control that. However, we're not always able to, but anyway, I believe that then we will be 100% physically healthy. There doesn't need to be allergies. There doesn't need to be any of those things. So maybe your frequency, your alignment has changed, and
very possible.
It doesn't resonate to those thoughts anymore.
No, and so maybe perhaps just the internal energy again has changed in some way. And we have wandered quite far off our today's
I
topic.
know. Maybe we need to change it.
But maybe this had to be said.
You're listening to Your Heart Intelligence Ambassadors.
So really, I think, we're coming back to that, taking care of ourselves, of all aspects of who we really are as a human being and a spiritual being. It's just so important, and to remember that we put our energy wherever we go, also in the work that we do.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking that maybe we can link it back to work in a way that also being in particular environment, such as say workplace, you will be in particular energy, but also with your presence, you creating the collective energy at the airport, at the workplace.
At workplace, yeah. And also at the airport, wherever that come from. Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking of working at the airport.
Yeah. So also, like when you find a work that feels more meaningful to you, meaningfulness, I think it comes also when you find a part of it that you feel that you find your life purpose, then it becomes also more meaningful, and you really feel more joy, and you feel on purpose. You feel you are in the right place at the right time, doing exactly what you feel that you came to this earth to do. So that also gives it. We carry then another kind of energy within us, and so we put out another energy also. And I feel that, or of course, like other people can also feel that what we put out can be felt. And it's important, I think, that we give more of this meaningfulness, because in that meaningfulness we also carry joy, and we carry peace, and that energy moves forward to other people.
Yeah, peace and joy are really important things in life, and we always, I think we were talking about it yesterday, that we often put even I could say we put ourselves on hold when we're working somewhere. We're thinking like, I now do this for money. Then when I've been here for long enough, or when I have saved this and this much money, then I will be happy, and then I will have joy when I go for my holiday, and then I will have a peace of mind when I'm sitting in the beach. And maybe meditating, maybe drinking your margarita, whatever. But it should be present in every moment in a life.
Yes, I agree.
And it's once again one of those things that's really easy to say, like like from my own experience, it's not always happening, but there should be a goal, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whatever you do. You should always have a peace and joy as your friends.
And again about finding, because we go through some also transition periods, and I feel perhaps we both are in that kind of transition period, that we feel that we do have more to give than what we are giving at this moment, and we feel this urge that I want to give even something more. And I think for both of us it's a little bit that we want to help other people to find back into their heart, and help other people to find back into their heart, and also to heal all those wounds that we, each and every one of us, we carry inside. And perhaps in that transition period, life will take us also into jobs that we didn't think that is a part of our journey. During this Christmas, I will be working as a salesperson in a shop that sells Christmas items and design items and these kind of things. And it has nothing to do perhaps with teaching yoga. But I still feel that, fair enough and fine. This is where life wants to take me now. I need to take another job just to balance it out financially for myself at this moment. And I accept that. And it's not what I had in mind. It's not what I thought that I'm supposed to do. But then we can accept that. This is where life wants to bring me now, take me now. And then I can, go there with an open heart and think that, okay, this is where the place I need to be right now, with these people perhaps stressed out trying to find the last Christmas present, and I can go there and give peace and also of this light that I carry within.
And for instance, when we talked about this earlier as well, that we both thought that it is yoga through what we will do, our life purpose job, what we came here to do for.
Yeah.
And now I'm finding myself in a situation that no matter how hard I've been working towards my yoga business, my yoga school or yoga studio, it just doesn't feel like it's fully going, and it's been stagnant for a while, and I've been trying to different ways and really pushing and trying to make things work, and kind of, I don't know, even in a way maybe becoming a little bit obsessed that I need to make this work because this is my life purpose job.
Yes, exactly.
And now I start realizing that, well, maybe it's actually holding me back of doing that job. Like maybe it's time to let go the dream of the studio and then see what else, make some more room to other things as well. And it doesn't mean that I need to fully stop teaching yoga, but maybe this is not the form because it requires so much time and energy. My time and energy is kind of taken within this project, and I necessarily don't have enough energy to do the actual life purpose job, whatever it is. But I feel it in my heart that this is not exactly what I'm doing. Like as you said earlier as well, that you feel like teaching yoga and teaching physical or even spiritual practice, but feels like I'm not giving my all what I could have.
Yeah. I think we should honor that feeling, and it's not easy to let go of something that you really worked so hard for to create, and to come to that conclusion that maybe I just need to let this go, and there's something even higher for me waiting.
And that's the practice of letting go, and again going back to that topic, taking a leap of faith, just trusting that might be something I need to do, even if it doesn't make any sense to me at the moment. I'm like, oh my God, this is the craziest thing ever. I have created this place from scratch and put so much work and haven't, that's another story. But you know, you have worked for this project for so many hours. You've been renovating, you've been teaching, you've been cleaning, you've been doing everything. And then you're like, what was the purpose of this? I'm sure I'll find it out later. I'm sure I've learned some useful skills, at least really useful life lessons. And but it might not be my life purpose work.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or maybe, again, it was for that time being. And then now you're ready to move on.
Yeah.
So I think, we should give ourselves that freedom to question and to really honor those feelings that we have inside, and also the very subtle ones, and try to see beyond that fear that we may be carrying inside, fear of letting go and fear of trusting that how I'm gonna support myself if not through this work.
And fear of failure.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the biggest one, what we all carry, like, oh my God, what if I fail? And then at least talking about from my experience now that I'm in a point that I'm thinking that, okay, maybe I need to just accept that. Maybe I need to face it, that I need to let it go. It's kind of, it's not fear of failure anymore, but it's kind of that thought that, now everyone thinks that I have failed.
No. And we know that it's so far from the truth, because if we never dare to try, then I think that is what we are going to regret.
Yeah.
If we don't dare to try and take those leaps of faith and trust that life will arrange things for us and that life carries us, I think that's what we're going to regret if we don't try.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, that's true. And we always learn something. Life always takes us somewhere to a new direction, whatever it is. And it's just the acceptance of
and
trusting the process.
Yes, absolutely. And and it feels like that this whole universe wants to expand, and it can only expand through us by doing things and by daring to take the next step and trying. I think that's how the universe is expanding. We are all the time creating something new, and some things can only be created through you or me or anyone else. But all of us, we have something very, very valuable to give to this world, and I think we need to honor that and give attention to it, that all of us have something very important to give to this world. And there's people out there who need to experience or hear or feel or see what each and every one of us are capable of giving forward to each other.
Yeah. And also, I guess when we share those experiences, even it would be somewhat failure or challenging experience that is hard to kind of digest, it will also help maybe other people through their experiences in life, no matter if it's similar situation or different, but it's all about that collective consciousness again. And so I think that
please be brave and go out and try.
And also if you are in a job that doesn't fulfill your heart anymore, maybe it's time to sit down within yourself and maybe listen your heart and your inner guidance to see what might be your next step.
And to honor that feeling that it doesn't feel fulfilling anymore.
And I'm really glad for you if you have a job that you feel fulfillment, because that's of course
it's great.
Always awesome, and feeling the joy and having a peace of mind. That's the most important thing.
Yes. So thank you so much for again joining us this time, and please do drop us a comment and write us a line and stay in contact. We always love to hear what has happened in your life.
Thanks for listening, and until next time, take care of yourself, remember the joy and happiness in your life, and we'll speak to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining. Find us on www.heartintelligenceambassadors.com.